morning, everyone. Today I want to talk to you about the importance of renewing your skills and what I mean by that. If you look at top performance, whether in dentistry, outside dentistry, in any field, you realize they use different skills for different phases of their career or their life. And I want to share with you how my thought process was since I was a graduate till now, and how it's important to renew your skills and what does it mean. So first, for credibility, my name is Khaled. I have been a dentist for 20 years. I own my dental practice, Lakeside Dental Spa in Hervey Bay in Queensland. And I took it from 1 chair to 10 chairs, from 3 staff members to close to 40 staff members over the course of 14 years. And you can check my details below for credibility. So, for example, let's say you want to go from level D in your life to level C, then to level B, then to level A, and A is like where you want to be eventually. The skills that got you to level D is not going to be the same skills that will get you to level C. And the skills that got you to level C is not going to be the same skills that will get you to level B. So if you use the same skills that got you in the first phase, you might not get anywhere. I'll give you an example. You hear a lot of associates that start their career in dentistry and they realize, why is not working for me? I've done everything that I used to do and it's still not the same. Or an associate dentist who will open a practice and they open a practice and they realize, I'm doing everything the same like I used to do, but why it's not working for me? Or they start their first practice and they want to grow to 2 or 3 more associate assistant dentists and the same thing. I haven't done anything different and it's still not growing. Or they have 3 associates, they want to grow into 10 associate practice or multiple locations or become a multi-millionaire, whatever their goal is. That skill that got you from high school to dentistry is very different than the skills that will get you graduate from dentistry. It's very different than the skills that will make you a successful associate dentist. It's going to be very different skills than the skills that will make you a successful practice owner, and so on. If you are trying to use the same skills that you used to graduate from dentistry in life in general to be a good associate, you might fail. If you try to use the same skill and lifestyle and habits that you had when you were an associate to be a practice owner, you will fail. You need to stop in every phase and see, okay, what skills are required for the next phase, and you start acquiring and changing your lifestyle and yourself to acquire those new skills. I'll give you an example. So I graduated from high school, I went to university, studied dentistry. Of course, skills of studying dentistry is different. You have to sometimes stay up late at night to study. You have to spend a lot of time with books and read a lot of textbooks. Back in my times, there was no internet. There was internet, but it was very poor, not like as good as now. There was no like DPR or DPO or closed group Facebook where you can learn a few things here and there. You have to go to the library and get a textbook and read and learn techniques and skills. And then you have to study late nights, you have to study early mornings, you have to sleep less hours. There's a lot of theory out of studying. Now, common mistake is you jump into your first job as an associate, you start to apply the same skills. Okay, I'm gonna stay up late to study this way or how to do these procedures. Then you go to work, you feel tired and sleepy and efficient. So the same skills that got you to graduate from dentistry with high marks, it's not gonna be the same skills that makes you a good associate. You have to learn a new set of skills. So when I started my first job as an associate, of course, now I realize, okay, if I don't sleep well, I don't perform well. I'm gonna can't bother talking to patients, I'm very tired. Then I realized talking to patients was very difficult, because when you are studying, you're studying with books, not with patients. And suddenly in private practice, there are no books, there are only human beings, and I have to talk to them before the appointment, after the appointment, I have to talk to staff, I have to talk to the front office, I have to communicate, and I had no idea how to communicate. I was really very, very introverted. So what new skills do I need? I applied for sales jobs, actually. I used to sell furniture. And if you know about furniture, you're dealing with a lot of customers, a lot of people every day, and you have to explain things and try to win them over. And you get used to rejection, which is very important. At uni, you didn't have much rejection unless you're trying to go on a date or something. But in sales, you can talk to 10 clients. You might close 1 client only. So you got rejected 9 times. And it gives you thick skin and you go to the next client. So I did some jobs after hours or weekends or even summer jobs in sales. I did some jobs in door-to-door sales as well. I used to sell the impossible, which back then in Egypt was a dictionary before the internet time. It's like a dictionary and a keyboard where you type, translate from English to Arabic, and I speak as well the words. And I knocked door to door trying to sell those dictionaries. Were super expensive ones. It's no warranties or anything. And of course, I didn't sell any. I mean, the scam was the company was relying on everyone will sell to their uncle and their dad and their granddad and their family, and that's how they made the money. Not from, because it was commission based, not from actual us selling to like customers. So, but again, I got used to rejection. I got used to knocking on doors. I got used to face different people, talk to different people. They give you a lot of training on sales. So eventually I moved to Australia, started my first job. Now I can talk to people. Then I realized people do not understand me. I don't know much about cricket. I don't know much about footy. I don't know much about fishing, where I was living in Hervey Bay back then. And my accent was really thick, and people did not understand me. And patients in Queensland, if they don't get your accent, they won't bother even trying, compared to like patients from Europe or cities where they are exposed to different accents. Then what's the next skill I required to acquire? I did voice coaching. So I saw a voice coach who used to train politicians and TV presenters and actors and stuff like that. I paid a lot of money for that, but I thought I wanted her to teach me how to have a good accent. It's like, no, I'm not gonna change your accent. That's your accent, it's unique. I'm just gonna make you sound more clear. Just stop you where you are talking too fast, or your music is just, every language has music, of course, where you need to slow down a little bit. You need to accentuate some words. If you're saying beautiful, make it sound beautiful. If you're saying really something is ugly, make it sound ugly and harsh. So I spent some training with them, and that improved my communication with patients. So eventually you get to ownership. Okay, now you can't use the same skills again. Now there are different levels of communication. You're gonna communicate with staff. You're gonna learn HR. You're gonna learn marketing. You're gonna start to motivate your team. You're gonna start leading a small team. And that's a whole different skill of sets that you wanna learn from different coaches and different coaching as well. Then you go from being a practice owner to a multi-chair practice owner. Wow, now you're dealing with clinicians. And if you don't know much about clinicians, they are different type to deal with when it comes to leadership. You have to communicate with them in a different way. And suddenly you're leading a different teams of assistant, front office, clinicians. And as you grow, now you have to have some sort of, you gotta be comfortable with public speaking, talk to 40 or 30 people without having your heart racing and your face going red and losing your words. So you start acquiring new skills. So the point of this video is to remind you, if you feel you're stuck and you're not getting anywhere where you are, depends on which phase you are, you're probably applying an old skills from a previous phase. And maybe this phase now needs you to start to renew all your skills. And the best way to do that is by mirroring. Again, let's say you're an associate, you want to be a practice owner, look at a successful owner and have a chat with them, see what they're doing, what they have done differently from where they used to be an associate, how their lifestyle is, how they control the time, how they manage their time, how they delegate certain tasks, and so on. If you're a practice owner, you want to grow into a multi-chair practice owner, again, reach out to someone who's done it and try to mirror them. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. But just remember, if you're stuck, you're probably using old skills from a previous phase, and you need to change your skills to the next phase. So if you find this information helpful, make sure you like and share it with your friends and colleagues. If you want to hear more about my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified when more videos are released. Thank you so much for listening to me. It means a lot to me.